With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in losing. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Back to throw, Howell.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And Walker has it. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Howell. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Now Howell.
And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Hey, Ryan.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Boston's offense ready to go again. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Lawrence will try again after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They go play action with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. Howell down to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Off play action. It's Howell. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. And you look at this defense.
They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's second down. And Howe will throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Here's Lawrence.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First carry here for Ken Walker.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play.
Let's go.
Here's Howe.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, sack.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Throwing here, Howell.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Golden Eagles offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
2nd down in the yard.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
This is Dillon.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hey, kill. Right, let's go.
Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Howell out of the shotgun.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Up the middle they go. Whitfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Boston's offense ready to go again.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now Lawrence.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Marte Mapu, the one to bring him down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Another tote for Etienne.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
On play action, Lawrence.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Holding offense.
And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
Still second down.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Hey, go.
Now Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Lisa 24.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And his kick here is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they're still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3rd down and 13. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Lawrence will throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Marte Mapu.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've reached halftime here in a...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this 3rd quarter of play.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Golden Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
That is caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Hey, Ryan.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Golden Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point.
I have to admit, I love the excitement.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And quickly they get to the line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
Red on red.
A give running right, Etienne.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Hey, Lion.
Etienne once more.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's incomplete. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done. A narrow victory.
Yeah, they